Climbing the Mont Blanc in the Ardennes, this is roughly what the 200 participants can expect this year. It goes up by almost 4,000 meters and 10 ascents will have to be passed on the 258-kilometer long track. A challenge fit for Alejandro Valverde, recent winner at the Wall of Vuit and favorite for a fourth success here on the oldest of the spring classics. But Liège-Bastogne-Liège isn't all about climbing and the breakaway can seem tempting. This is what 8 men choose to do and they will take a lead of up to 13 minutes mid-race. Amongst them are 3 Frenchmen, the Kiwi Aaron Gate from Aqua Blue and Thiago Machado from Katusha. Behind, MOVISTAR has to live up to expectations and starts the hunt. Hard work on the Bellevaux ascent and the Ferme Libère reduces the gap to less than 6 minutes before getting to the 6th difficulty of the day, the Col du Rosier. But this 103rd edition will change face after the mythical Col de la Redoute. Anthony Perez attacks his fellow escapees and tries a solo run, and the pack starts to react also. Diego Ulisi from Team Emirates tries his luck, and 35 kilometers before arrival, the lead of the escape group has dwindled to less than 4 minutes. On the Côte de la Roche-au-Faucon and its 11% climb, Stéphane Rosetto catches up to his teammate who cannot follow him. The Frenchman from Cofidis tries it solo but will soon be joined by Tim Wellens, who leaves the other favorites behind. Davide Formolo is the next to give it a try. He briefly takes the lead, but under the red flame, the Italian is powerless versus first Dan Martin, then Alejandro Valverde. The Spaniard seems fresher on the final ascent to Ans, and Martin cannot follow Valverde, who proves to be in great shape and irresistibly rides to victory 2 days from his 37th birthday. Merely 24 hours after the tragic death of Michele Scarponi, the tribute of his peers before starting the race was touching. The pack gathered with his former teammates and held a minute of silence, before breaking out in thunderous applause for the former winner of the Giro. Alejandro Valverde has decided to give the earnings of this race to the family of the cheerful Italian. It was a terrible sorrow to learn of Michele's death. I was shaken, and I wasn't the only one. The team was shaken, the public and the entire cycling world. I dedicate this victory to Michele and his family. After winning the Flèche Wallonne, Alejandro Valverde has also made Liège his playground. This 4th victory on the Old Lady brings the man from MOVISTAR even closer to cycling legend Eddy Merckx, 5-time champion here between 1969 and 1975. 7th at the Mur d'Huy, Michael Kwiatkowski is today rewarded with a place on the podium, right behind Dan Martin. The first edition of the women's race sees another victory by Anna van der Breggen. Just like on the Flèche Wallonne, the Olympic champion finishes solo ahead of her teammate from Bill Stolmans, Elisabeth Denen. The Dutch suffered no competition in the Ardennes this year. Liège was the closing point of the legendary Spring Classics. Now the preparation for the Tour de France begins, especially on the Critérium du Dauphiné between the 4th and the 11th of June.